Assalamu alaikum everyone. You are watching the English brand YouTube channel of mine, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can install virtual machine, most preferably the VirtualBox, the free virtual machine on your Windows operating system. Now it might seem that as I am showing you all the entire process from my Windows 11 operating system, whether it will work on your case too. If you are using an earlier version of Windows, let's say Windows 10, then let me assure you of that whether you are using Windows 10 or Windows 11, this exact same process is also applicable for you as well. All right. Moreover, there is a reason why I am conducting the recording of this video, because I am thinking about publishing a series, or you can say a playlist, in my YouTube channel. Yes, till now I'm not sure in which channel I'm gonna publish that, whether in my Bengali brand channel or my this English brand channel, but I'm thinking about starting the content as soon as possible to teach you how to work around with the Linux operating system. All right. So I was thinking that many of you are still using Windows operating system and you might want to apply the process or method I'm gonna show you in that playlist from your Windows operating system. Now you might wanna start using WSL, but the pure raw feeling wouldn't come from there. It would only come from the bare metal Linux operating system. But if you can't do that right now, then there is a lot of free ways like I'm going to show you today, and that is the VirtualBox installation. All right. Now there are many kind of virtual machines for you to install and work around. There are many free version and there are many paid version and there are many freemium version. Freemium version means some features or characteristics would be available for the free user, but for getting the extra characteristics or features you need to subscribe to their paid plan. But don't worry, I'm going to show you the most favorite one, and that is the VirtualBox. This is the completely free virtual machine, and you can do almost anything in any other virtual machine you would do as a normal user. All right. So let me show you how to do that step by step. Now, most importantly, if you are new to this channel, then you can consider subscribing to this channel, because I try to publish as much techie and programming related content as I can in my spare time. Well, I hardly get enough spare time for that, however. And if you want to follow me, you can do that in GitHub, GitLab, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my official Facebook page also. And don't worry, I'm gonna provide all of the link in this video's description box as well. All right. Now, first of all, open your browser and search for VirtualBox. And we have to go into the first website, and that is virtualbox.org. Simply click on this. So this is their web page. From here, simply click on this, download VirtualBox. For now, as of today, the current latest version is VirtualBox 7.0. But if you are watching this video later and you see a different version, latest version, then make sure to download that. Don't worry about the process I'm going to show you in this video, because all of the processes are going to be exactly same. All right, so simply click on this, download VirtualBox, and this will provide you to the download page. All right, so as I'm gonna install this VirtualBox on my Windows operating system, so my host is Windows, right? So I'm gonna simply select this Windows host, and the download has been started, and we need to make sure to download the extension pack as well. So simply go here, VirtualBox 7.0.2 Oracle VM VirtualBox extension pack, and simply click here all supported platforms, because this extension pack is applicable for any kind of operating system you are running right now, whether it can be Windows, Linux, or Mac. All right. And let me open my Epic Pen so that I can annotate something again for you here. So as I was saying, I have to make sure that I download the perfect application for my operating system, as I am currently using my Windows operating system. So I'm gonna download these Windows hosts. All right. And then I need to make sure that I download the extension pack, and that is it, all supported platforms. these two would be sufficient for installing the VirtualBox successfully on our operating system. All right. So the download has almost finished. Yes, the download has been finished. First of all, I need to install this VirtualBox win.exe executable file, and I can simply install it like I normally do in any other installation process. Simply click next, next, and yes, install. That's it. Now, if you want, you can start the VirtualBox after installation, but I don't want that right now. So I'm gonna simply uncheck this box and click on finished. And now I need to install the extension pack. So I'm gonna simply open it. If I simply open the extension pack, it would open the VirtualBox manager by default, and it would ask for the prompt whether you want to install it or not. But if that doesn't do that, you can simply open that using the VirtualBox application. It would simply detect that as well. All right, so I can simply click install, and I need to scroll this scroll bar until it reaches the end, and I need to select I agree, and then it would install that. All right, it has successfully installed that. And now I can install any operating system I want from here, as I'm gonna show you how to install any Linux operating system. So I need to come up with an idea which distribution I can show you. So I'm thinking about showing you how to install Ubuntu, because currently Ubuntu is one of the most popular Linux distributions among the developers all around the world. So I'm gonna show you that. But don't worry, if you can understand the process is exactly, or you can say somewhat more similar to any other Linux distributions. All right. So for installing Ubuntu, simply search for Ubuntu and go to the official website, which is ubuntu.com, accept all, and click download. Now you need to download from the Ubuntu desktop. All right, and you can download the LTS version, or you can download the latest version, whatever you want. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to install the LTS version. I'm going to show you installing the LTS version, but the same process is also applicable for the other versions, let's say 22.10, or if you are watching this video later and what new latest version comes to you. All right, so I'm going to simply download this for now. After waiting for some time, it would start the downloading process automatically, and you have to wait for it to finish the downloading. Now, as I have already downloaded this version, so I'm not gonna download it again. I'm gonna simply show you how to work with that. All right, so I'm simply closing this. All right, now I have to select a particular drive and particular folder where I want to keep the file for my Linux operating system. All right, now I'm currently selecting this document section as my Windows operating system is on my SSD. But if you want to install it in any other SSD drive or hard disk drive, you can do that as well. Simply go to that drive and create a folder, name it whatever you want. We will install our Linux operating system there. So for now, I'm gonna create a folder here, and I'm gonna simply name it Linux VirtualBox _ Ubuntu. You can name it whatever you want. All right, and please make sure to install that Linux operating system into your SSD, because HDD would make it slow, whatever. And I also have my Ubuntu ISO here, so I am simply gonna use this. So first of all, let me open my VirtualBox, and I have to click on new, because I'm gonna create a new operating system. Let me name it Ubuntu. It's automatically detecting the name, and I have to provide the ISO image. So I'm simply gonna click on this drop down menu and click on other, and I'm simply gonna select that ISO file and open. Now I need to change the folder, so I'm simply gonna click this drop down menu and click on others, and I need to provide that folder where I want to store my Linux file. So I'm simply gonna select that folder which I have created just earlier to store my Linux file, and I'm simply gonna select this folder. So that's it. And now I need to click on next, and now I can provide any VirtualBox username, password, host name, domain name. This is kind of unattended installation, because here you don't need to, you don't necessarily need to provide those manually if you want, but if you want to do that manually all by yourself, you can check this and click next, and then you can provide your username, password later. But I'm gonna simply showing you how to do that first. So I'm simply gonna use the unattended installation. I'm clicking on next. I can change my username. Let's say I'm providing the username as Fahim, and I am providing the password as a single space here as well. Host name this, domain name this. All right, and I have to also click this guest addition so that it would install the guest addition ISO all by itself. I don't need to worry about that later on, and I need to simply click on next. And here I need to provide the base memory and the processor. As I have 6 cores, so I'm gonna provide the 2 cores. I'm not gonna provide the EFI, but if you need that, you can simply enable that. Base memory, it depends on your RAM, as I have 24 gigabytes of RAM in this PC currently. So I can provide almost 4 gigabyte of RAM, but make sure to not exceed the RAM. If you have a 4 gigabyte RAM stick in your PC, then don't provide it more than 2 gigabytes. All right, if you provide all of them, it won't work that way. It would crash, because your host computer also needs some extra resources to run the virtual machine. All right, so click on next, create a virtual hard disk. Now you can provide the size, disk size. You can increase or decrease the size, but I prefer, if you don't work around too much, 25 gigabyte is more than enough. All right, and simply click next and finish. All right, don't worry, it's powering the virtual machine up. I can simply maximize this, and the virtual machine has started. Let me maximize it. All right, earlier we provided a space as password, but it won't take that, so I can simply manually enter the password here and click on continue, and let it finish the installation process all by itself. So our Linux has been installed successfully. Ubuntu has been installed successfully. Now if I want to log in, I can simply click here and enter my password, and then if I simply tap on my enter key, then I'm simply entering my operating system. So this is it, but we have more works to do right now. If you want, you can send your system info to Canonical, but as I don't want that, I can simply click here, no, don't send system info, click on next. If I want, I can also enable the location services, but as I don't want that right now, I can simply ignore it and click next and done. Now I need to make sure that whether I have successfully installed the guest operating system or not. But before that, I want to, alright, let me check that first. I can simply click device and insert guest addition CD image. It should appear here if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let me first go to the display settings, and here I can change this resolution to my monitor's resolution, that is 1920 into 1080, and if I simply apply this, then I'm getting this. I can simply close this bar and now I am good to go. For the software updater, I can install it later, and let's say whether I can copy directly or not. Let's say I'm simply opening the LibreOffice and I'm typing something here. I'm simply copying it, and I'm opening the notepad from my Windows operating system and I'm trying to paste it. it's not working. That means I need to check that again. All right, so what I can do, I can simply click device shared. All right, simply click devices, click shared clipboard, and check this bidirectional. Now let's see whether it's working or not. I'm simply copying it and I am trying to paste it here in my Windows notepad, and it's working. Now let's see whether I can copy anything from my Windows to my virtual machine or not. As for the guest operating system, it's already there, I guess. But if it's not there, you can simply click device and insert guest edition CD image. But as I checked the box earlier, you should have installed here. All right, let me check it again. Let's say I'm copying my name from the Windows notepad to here. Yes, it's working. You see, it's working. All right, if I want to go to the full screen mode, I can simply click host and F. Now if I want to go to the full screen, I can simply click here, view full screen mode. The virtual machine window will be now switched to full screen mode. You can go back to window mode at any time by pressing host and F. Host indicates the right control key, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, note that the host key is currently defined as right control, so I need to press right control and F. Note that the main menu bar is hidden in full screen mode. You can access it by pressing host and home. Host key is right control, host and home. All right, I can switch. So this is my full screen view and it looks very clear. All right, and if I simply click right control and F, I am getting the window mode, and if I again click right control and F, I am again going to the full screen mode. Now I need to change this language, clock language, so I can simply go to display settings, and from here I need to go to date and time, time format MPM, and now region and language, and click format, the format used for number, states and currencies, and here check this United States and click done. Now you need to restart this virtual machine, so simply click restart, log out. Don't worry, it would take a very few seconds. Now after logging in to the virtual machine, now you see it's right there. Now you can customize anything you want as you normally do from your bare metal. Now let's say if you want to shut down your this virtual machine Ubuntu operating system, then don't do it, power off. From here, what I suggest you to do is that simply exit the full screen mode and then simply click this exit button, and from here click power off the machine and OK. That's it. It would simply shut down the entire system. So after that, whenever you want to open this virtual machine Ubuntu, simply click here restart. But before that, I need to show you something. Simply right click here, go to settings, and then here go to advanced, and you can drag and drop bidirectional as well. System, processor, display, you can enlarge the video memory to full, and from the storage, all right, everything is fine. Now if you want, you can simply click here start. It would simply start the instance again after powering the virtual machine, and then the rest of the process is exactly the same. So let me simply show you how it starts and how I close this right now. I can simply close this box. I can simply go to the full screen mode right from now, and let me log into my account. I mean the Ubuntu operating system on my virtual machine, of course. And here we go. You can use it as your daily driver if you want, from your virtual machine, of course. And as I'm simply want to close this, so what I can do, I can simply exit the full screen mode, and I'm simply pressing the close button, power off the machine. Okay, so that's it. All right, so that's it for today. I'm gonna start the playlist, Linux playlist, pretty soon. Whenever I am gonna do that, I would let you know in the community section in both of my channels. Thank you everyone.